What's up guys, Nick here and you're watching Nick and Katie. So today I want to try a little experiment and we're basically going to see if by using these tips and tricks that we have learned over the years, we can get this tire tight enough that a little pump like this with the small amount of air that it puts out will actually fill up this tire, reseat it, and get you ready to go and back rolling on the trails. So if you're ready to see that, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and let's get into it. So today we're just gonna get down to the nitty and gritty of things. We're not gonna explain to you every step on how to set up your bike tubeless. If you wanna see that, click this video right here in the upper right hand corner and that'll take you to our video where we set up taping, basically getting the tire on the rim, and the trick as well. We also show you the trick in that video, but that basically teaches you everything about tubeless. Today we're just gonna get into the thick of it and try to get this thing set up tubeless with this little pump guy. So what you want to do is try to eliminate as many places that air can get out as possible. So here's how you're going to do that. So to do the trick, you want to get your tire lever underneath and go a little bit past the valve over here. And then you want to press with your thumb down on here, almost flat, to try to flatten this tire onto the bead. And basically what you're going to do is just seating the tire. And right now it's very freaking loose. So it's gonna be a little bit trickier. Once it starts to get tight, it gets a little bit easier. And then after that point, it starts to get a little bit more difficult again. So you can see we're more than halfway around at this point. I'm gonna try to keep going if we can. Okay, that's pretty freaking tight there now. Now what I'm gonna try to do is push my thumb down on this to hold it in place as to not undo what I just did. And then I'm gonna pull this tire lever out. Cool. Since we just did this side, we're going to want to do this side now over here. So you just simply flip it around and then re-latch your tire lever underneath here. Being careful not to undo what you just did on the other side. You want to go a little bit past the valve again and press it down here with your thumb. Same strategy again. Getting super tight over here. Okay, so now that we're halfway and I literally can't go anymore, you can probably see me sweating right now. I'm gonna try to pull this out without disturbing what we just did. There we go. But that seems pretty tight. So now what we gotta do is put the pump on here and try to pump it up and see if we can get it. Today we're using the Lezyne Pocket Drive HV. Affiliate link in description if you wanna check that out. We tried a few more times with the Pocket Drive mini pump, but it seemed as though air was still escaping. This method has worked 9 out of 10 times for us with a floor pump, so we are led to believe it isn't working due to how slowly such a small volume of air is entering the tire. Okay, so the last pump that we tried to use didn't work. This is the Lezyne Pocket Drive HV, and this is a screw-on valve here, so it didn't work with taking the valve core out. But we have this other toe peak one here that's a little bit bigger. Not as, compact as this one, but for the sake of experimenting, we're gonna take the valve core out and try with this toe peak pump real quick. So just to see if we have any better luck. Definitely a little bit more airflow with this one too, so this one might work. I'm not still hear a lot of air coming out. I imagine with a floor pump, it would just fill that little hole up and it wouldn't be too big of an issue. So, as you can see, I'm wearing a different shirt, which means it is the next day. We spent a lot more time than we were anticipating trying to get that tire to seed on that rim. And basically we ended up having to use a floor pump. Even with the floor pump, it took a little bit of fiddling till we were able to get it to work properly. And it took a lot of freaking fast pumps to basically to get it to eventually go onto the wheel. This tire's just cursed. Now, if you have the ability to use a floor pump, definitely use a floor pump. If you have other things available, use that. I mostly wanted to see if you were out on the trail and this was all you had, if this is what you could use to fill up a tire. And not just fill up a tire, but actually reset it up tubeless, all the way from it being loose around the rim to getting it to seed all the way around and fill up with air. When it comes to tubeless, it's really a shot in the dark. It could take 5 minutes or it could be really difficult and give you a lot of trouble. So I found that using this pump and any other mini pump like this is not gonna work. Let me know what you guys have done in the past, if you've ever got a tire to seat with this small of a pump, or even, you know, a slightly bigger mini pump. I'd love to know if it is possible. And yeah, let me know what other tubeless experience you guys have, any tips or advice as to how maybe I could get it to work a little bit better. So as always, I'm Nick, and you're watching Nick and Katie. Thanks so much for joining us in this experiment today. See you guys next time.